Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's me, Chris. I've got a Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel replay right here. Yeah, I was playing Eldritch, so I guess that makes me the bad guy. Go ahead, feel free to boo me. But I was playing an Eldritch stun deck, and we went up against a Toon deck. We're going second. We opened up Double Pot, Ash Blossom, Eldlixir, and then the Golden Lord himself. They're going to go ahead and pot a P. I'm going to let that go through. That's when I see, oh, we're playing Toons. They grab that card. I don't know what it was. What is it? Toon Bookmark. And when they use the Toon Bookmark, I'm like, all right, let's ash that. Trying to get a card out of the deck. No. But it doesn't really matter because they definitely have some follow-up. They go with Toon Kingdom, banish some cards. This becomes a Toon World, I believe. And they play the Gemini Elf. They flip over Macrocosmos, so I'm kind of bummed because everything's just going to get exiled here. And I go ahead and I banish 6 to draw 2, set 3, and then pass, setting the Conquistador that I drew into a Skill Drain and an Eldlixir. I did not want to do obviously I did not want to do any of my Eldritch stuff because Macrocosmos is just going to ruin my plans, as everything's just going to get sent to the banished. We flip over the Eldlixir to summon a Eldritch from the deck, thinning out the deck, pop the Conquistador, and blast the Macrocosmos so that we can have some follow-up plays. Now my opponent is going to pot of P, revealing that they do have the Toon hand. So this Eldritch is no longer my Eldritch, and I need to figure out a way to get this hand off, as well as like getting smashed. Losing a card. I wish I flipped Skill Drain here. Didn't read the card. So he's going to end turn. I'm going to flip that Skill Drain so that we can negate these face-up things. Draw into a Called by the Grave, which is like okay, I feel like. But in the end, you'll see how well it does. So I go ahead and I do the stuff. Activate abilities. Getting rid of the bookmark. Getting my Eldritch back. And I'm feeling pretty good. The problem with my deck is if you look at my extra deck here, I don't... Also didn't realize how thin my extra deck was earlier. But my extra deck, I don't have anything to summon when I have 2 on the board. I kind of wish I did. We go for the attack, and my opponent flips over the magical cylinders. So we're in a bad place. And I realize, wait, this thing stayed on the field. And I read what this card does. So I'm even more sad because these are indestructible. But my opponent is in top deck mode, as they show another Gemini Elf. I'm going to go ahead, flip an Eldlixir, getting 3. We got a play set of the Golden Lords out, but my opponent is just going to keep banishing these cards from the top of their deck face down, and no Toon thing can get destroyed as long as he has cards to do that. So I realize we're going to be in for a grinder of a game. I'm going to snag another Conquistador, thinking that maybe I can destroy this. Not realizing that what this card does exactly. And then we also have Solemn Judgment. So even if I could have tributed my Eldritches into something better, I don't think we would have been able to do it, honestly. It doesn't look good for us. So we flip the Conquistador. You get another card banished. I think that one. I think for this can get banished just from the grave. So I'm worried about magical cylinders, but we have a Solemn Judgment for that. I'm worried about my opponent top decking into something that is just gonna ruin our day. So this is gonna happen for a while with Tadao. They were Plat 1. I'm Plat 4. I don't think I'll hit Plat 1. I haven't been playing enough. So we get another Conquistador. I'm honestly debating, while this is all happening, they flip over the Toon Terror to counter the Conquistador trap, which is sad. I think like if that would have happened, it wouldn't have happened. I would have gone into Tyrus Keeper of Genesis right here, because with Skill Drain, I'm never going to have to pitch things away. Draw into a summon limit, but I'm definitely tempted to Regeki to just try to get as many cards out of my opponent's deck to get them to mill out. I don't know why my opponent didn't flip these into defense position sooner, because they are just losing life points, but I guess, life points don't really matter. Here, I'm going to send another Eldlixir of the Scarlet Sanguine to my back rows. My opponent has 2 cards, and I'm scared. One of them's a pot of P, and okay with that, right? Until we see that they flip over. They're digging 3, excavating 3. That they flip over the magical cylinders, and I'm like, okay, we have Solemn Judgment for that, but I don't think my opponent is just going to set a magical cylinders and then not expect us. You know, he's not going to do it unprotected, so that's just going to be set there. I flip the Elixir and I pull the Ash Blossom from there because it's a tuner, and at this point I hadn't looked at my extra deck, and I realized, oh, I don't have any 8 cost synchros in here. I have 7 cost synchros, which is interesting, but no 8 cost synchros, so these are just going to stay on the field. I wanted to have more attackers so we can mill more decks off the top, so we just get rid of our entire extra deck right here with another pot of peat, and we snag ourselves an Ash Blossom. Another one. But our board is like almost full. And we just keep attacking. And they just keep banishing the top card of their freaking library. Is it called a library? Top of the deck? I think library is for Magic the Gathering. So we're in trouble. They use another Toon bookmark. I thought about letting it go, but I was scared. I didn't know what they could grab. Probably like a Toon hand if it was still in their deck and not already banished. So I go ahead and Ash Blossom that because I don't want to deal with another Toon hand. I don't have enough. I have 2 counter spells. Or I have 2 counter things. Golden Land Forever and the Solemn Judgment. My opponent misses a trigger here. So we're able to clear 1 off, which makes me pretty happy. And I see that they have 8 cards left. So we're in the house. But they could draw something like... They could just draw something. I don't know what this deck has, but I feel like they could draw something to really ruin our day. So they flip over the magical cylinders now. So I'm like, this must be something. So I flip Golden Land Forever, tribute the Ash Blossom, and then they show me Solemn Judgment going to 1,000. And then I flip over my Solemn Judgment, and I go to 800. And we're lucky. we are lucky that we put up all that protection, and that Called by the Grave that we drew earlier, just vibing. It is just vibing, and my opponent's deck is thinning out. So here I felt like I was in a really good position. They've lost almost all their cards. I just have to grind this out. We could have probably top decked in the Harpy's Feather Duster. Would have made it faster. If we would have had our Hakuros out, it would have been better. So my opponent flips to attack position and then just exiles the rest of their deck, goes down to 400, and essentially concedes to us. They scoop. They didn't actually scoop, but I guess they really wanted their points, or maybe they're like me and they just were making an attempt at trying to get their dailies done. But that was this game. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was worthwhile to show you a replay. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys again for another one next time. Bye-bye.